Welcome to Summer Studio 2013.
Most classes at the Art Institute, there's a lot of lecture classes, there's some, editing classes, there's some motion graphics classes, but it's mostly, in the classroom environment. This class, we were never in a classroom environment. We were always on location, down at Lake Union, on the Arthur Foss or at the Center of Wooden Boats, actually having to shoot in environments that were not always perfect, but it was a rewarding experience, and you don't get that from other classes that tend to be in classroom environments.
So the class I took this summer was called Summer Studio. It's a class where you get the chance to work with real clients and produce a documentary. So it's broken up into two teams. You have your tugboat team, which I was a part of. We worked specifically on producing a documentary about the Arthur Foss. And another team that was the Center for Wooden Boats team.
The project that I'm working on is a promotional video for the Center for Wooden Boats, and it's just a promotional video about their summer camps that they put on, sailing, boat building, things like that.
The first day we got to Lake Union was probably the funnest day we had, just figuring out how we were going to do everything and getting a feel for the location. It was a nice day too. Before this class I didn't really have that much actual on-site experience with clients and stuff.
Camera speeding.
Camera rolling.
Audio up. Going through this class really gave me a taste of what it might be later on after I graduate from here.
I'm Betsy Davis.
I'm really glad I took this class, because I feel like without this class I'd probably still be a little bit lost on a couple things.
As an audio student, this class is a great benefit because it's like the first time that you really get to actually implement the live audio capturing skills. Water noise, seaplanes, people, you name it, it's out there, and you gotta account for that after every take that you do.
Hello. Hey, Joe. Giving a recording of everything, huh? Hi there.
This is Joe Wagner.
So with the summer studio class, I had the opportunity to go up north to Edmonds, Washington to meet Chris Glenistar, who's an audio engineer who's been in the scene for 30 plus years. And it was a great experience to get to go up there because we got to record some acoustic guitars, an instrument called the Cittern, work with instruments and record soundtrack instruments for the Arthur Foss.
Yeah, so can you tell us what a typical day would be like?
From the director's standpoint, an average day for me would to be showing up at the cage, checking out gear with, whatever crew members who were showing up for the day. Get to location, and we would, give ourselves about an hour or so to set up for our interview. While the crew was setting up for interview, I would go and meet with the client. After the interviews got shot, it was break down, transfer footage, get home. And throughout the week I had other shooters coming down to shoot B-roll of the kids out on the water, building their boats.
What tugboats do and why they are important in the Pacific Northwest. We got just a whole broad scope of interviews, and then week 9 up until week 11 is when we will be editing the documentary.
So I heard about Summer Studio from the quarterly screening. I got to see the projects that Vaughn and his class had made, and so I signed up. I got on the team, we chose roles, and I got to be one of the leading parts of the behind the scenes. So an average day for working behind the scenes in the Summer Studio class is pretty much going down whenever someone else is down there and taking video of the other people doing their jobs. So while they're making a documentary, you need to make another documentary of them making a documentary. And it turned out to be a lot more fun than I was expecting.
Back in the old days, they used...
One of my favorite things was probably hearing stories from people that used to work on the Arthur Foss. I gained some pretty good working relationships with some of the students at the school that I would love to work with again in the future. It's real conversations, real clients. It's a real job, not a staged job inside the classroom.
If you take this class, it's going to take a lot of time, and it's going to take a lot of hard work. but the product you make from this class will be better than anything you will ever do in school while you're here. And just for that point alone, it's worth it.